Hello guys and welcome back to welcome back to another episode of HBMs NTM, and today hold on, I'm just getting everything ready. I gotta turn on Radbit, I gotta go to the actual game and open to LAN like this. So now I'm gonna die if anything goes wrong. But in announcements, I'm going to put it through. Okay. And that should be everything I have to do to get everybody ready this morning. Or to get on this morning. So let's go get it. Let's go do stuff. Figure things out and other things. And today, I have a special espresso, canned espresso. Canned. Please fucking no. Whoa, that one shot rocks through the sky when it landed. That was not very, safe. So yeah, watch out for these. Because they can cause pain as they crash and burn everything. And compared to Earth, they're very dangerous, you know what I mean? I probably could actually start living on this planet, you know what I mean? With if we just harvested power of meteors and shit. So how far have we traveled? Where are we at, and what are we looking for? I suppose this is where we started, and we're just looking around, I guess. I think we'll head this way. Or we could head underground again and start the whole mining debacle. Which I can do that. That doesn't sound bad. Let's go ahead and do some mining again. That was what we did when we first got here. For resources. We're not trying to colonize this planet. That's the important thing. Is that, well, we might have colonized the moon and put a massive base on it. This ain't the moon. But we will put a base on it eventually. It's just not right now. And of course, when we do put the base on it, we need to know exactly what we're gonna do. And, what can I do with the stone, actually, now that I think about it? Because this is weird. Lava. Stone. I mean, if you could, like, process the stone into other materials, it'd be pretty interesting. But I don't really need that. I don't need the stone. Unless I go to Earth and build some kind of museum. I don't need that shit. Okay. We're gonna collect these, and what are we mainly after right now? Well, we are mainly after those minerals, and they get you a lot of stuff and things. That's why we're after them. Oh shit. That was fucking terrifying. Okay, well, we're never gonna do that again. Oh, I hope. I hope. That genuinely concerned me right there. I was like, that's not good. That's not good. Just fell almost right into the lava. Would have been probably not great, but we might have survived. We probably would have survived, honestly. Especially since it's a newer HBM mod, the HEV suit actually provides a slight protection to that sort of thing. It's coconut malt right there for you. Let's see. We're making good amounts of resources. We just need to tear up some more lead, iron, and other stuff. I think the zinc is actually a pretty good thing to grab, but I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of zinc right here. Seems like the zinc is pretty abundant. Oh yeah, hey guys, it's Friday. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. You know what I mean? Nothing to do tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow is my day off, and that means that I am off tomorrow. I hope. See, so something could go wrong, and I could just be completely fucked tomorrow, and that is to say, you know, there's reasons for things that make a lot of sense, but this place doesn't. It just don't. Alright, let's try to elevate. Oh hey, this is something also interesting. I was actually thinking of building servers, and I've looked into it. To potentially rent out. Potentially. I'm not gonna rent out servers necessarily, but that's later down the line. That's, the idea is kind of simple, because I need to generate more money for my stupid projects I want to do. And at the same time, I need to build my audience, so I'm thinking I will start off by building 4 little servers for public hosting. Then, of course, anybody who I know personally or have played with in the past can get on those for free. But those will have queues that are probably going to be priority queues, pretty much. So, like, the idea is pretty simple. Well, I'll do donations, and then I'll also do a priority queue kind of thing. So that way I can limit the server to like 32 people maybe, or like something like that. And then if later down on the road, let's say we had a lot more viewers and stuff, then it could get jam-packed and the queue line could become a thing. So if you want to have priority over somebody, then you would pay for that. That's the idea, basically, and how I would sell that. Of course, there's other ways to, of course, sell that, is that, like, I could just make it so, like, you have to have have paid $1 to actually be able to play. Or, what makes the most sense is just to do channel members only, and then add more tiers for channel members to have a higher queue on that. But I don't really know. I mean, obviously channel members are going to be included into that kind of bunch. So, like, if you paid $1 for that, already in there, you already have the lowest tier of the membership for the servers I'll do. And they're going to be public servers, is the plan. But, well, public community servers, I mean, kind of. Essentially, inside of our community, Like, you can join as long as you have joined my Discord, basically. That's the plan. Which most people do, because now I've been sharing that. The other plan later down the road is once I have built enough money and wealth off of it, I'm gonna try to pretty much start building into a business where I actually host servers for other people, like rent out servers and stuff. It would be for any game, anything that I could reasonably do. Host out a server for it. That's later down the road, though. And so for now, my goal is just to build, like, I have a couple goals right now, so it's not really my top priority to go out of my way to build a server, but I want to build like 3 or 4 personal use servers for that original idea of limiting servers to like 32 people. Then we can have people get on those servers. Obviously, it's easy for me to build an audience, like a following, and then get them on servers. And I actually can probably do better than I'm doing right now is part of that. So I can easily get people on and then continue to build that, and it'd be public servers basically, so like kind of like this, but larger and with better connection for people across the world. Well, still across the United States, I guess, because I can't host all over the world. I don't have that capability. I'm late. Are you planning on making an NTM Minecraft server? Well, I'm planning on building a server rack later down the road so I can monetize it to make more money. Because I don't make much money off of YouTube. I get paid like once every 6 months. So I need to generate more revenue for silly projects like building a server. So the idea was basically inspired by itself, was like, well, I know how to kind of do it, how to get all the, well, what a server even is. So now I could probably just try to engineer my own. That's where the idea originated. I was like, I want to build a server. That'd be kind of neat. Because not many people own a server. It's just, if I owned a server, that would be so neat. What I would want to build, as far as specs I'm looking at right now, and all of that, is going to be like Ryzen cores, because they can handle what is it called? ECC RAM. So that's error correcting RAM, basically. I have no idea how that works, but it's kind of like magic. And what we would need to do is have DDR4 or DDR3 RAM, because that's it, there's a RAM shortage right now. I mean, yes, maybe later down the road it'd be nice to get DDR5 RAMs because it's a little bit more efficient. But DDR4 or DDR3 is just fine. And so I would want to get some of that, a Ryzen i7 or Ryzen 7 core. I don't know if it's i7, but I saw Ryzen 7 was looking actually pretty in my price range. I don't really know much about the motherboard or the GPU that I would want to get for it, but I would probably want some good specs on those too. But those are kind of things that I need to be looking at, was that. But those allow you to keep it running for long periods. There's dedicated server boards out there, and I don't know anything about getting those or stuff like that. There's people who probably design servers and stuff, but what I was told is that I could do it with just a Ryzen 7 or a Ryzen core, and then hook in ECC RAM. And of course, I'm gonna go for 32 GB for my personal ones, but for the other ones, to save money, I'd probably go for 8 to 16 for gigabytes on those, because you see, it's kind of expensive to get 32 gigabytes of RAM for 4 computers essentially, and I would want 4 of them so I could run them and do stuff with that. Because then I could host websites and things on one, so that would be my general purpose one. Would host a website and stuff, and the idea for these is to have them 24/7. So like you could be able to, it would be public servers that are 24/7 hosted, and that means that basically anybody could play on them whenever they want. And when I just hop on every now and then, I could go to my base and be like, wow, I haven't done much in 2 days, but everybody's already got fusion reactors and stuff. I haven't been on much. I haven't been on lately. Why does everybody have fusion reactors? But those were the specs that I figured out yesterday. Maybe there's also a way you could put in multiple SSDs. There's a little thing that does that too. I might put those into setup, but and probably just could get most of the parts from Best Buy. Looking for that DDR4 32 gigabyte ECC RAM is gonna be kind of difficult to get, though. I think that part's gonna be hard. I also considered crowdsourcing the funding for it, but that's not. I mean, for the public servers, yeah, that's a completely perfect idea, is to crowdsource the funding for it. And you see, why do I need 4? Because one would be able to host the HBM mod, one would be able to host GTNH, one will be able to host SASE, so that way everybody can play whatever the heck they want on one of those servers. And it'll be all hosted by me. So if I'm like, oh, well, today I feel like playing some supersymmetry for a video, and of course then I would have a supersymmetry public server to go with it. That way I could, of course, get some audience, whatever audience I generate from that video, I can get them on that. And it's the idea for super turbo capitalism. It's the perfect idea. All right, so what do I have? What do I have full in this? Looks like I need fluorite, aluminum, and some other stuff. Okay, cool. I think it'd be so neat to do. It's just I really don't have the funds for it right now, and so I'm looking at what I can do to do that, or the ways I can do that, because my current goals with my money are completely different. Because like my money's currently 90% of my money is just what I make from work, and that's not gonna be something I'm gonna put into. I'm not putting that into the project. I don't want to do that. I've done stuff like that before, not putting money towards this project because it's for the channel. So, in my opinion, from my perspective, it should be using the channel money. I think one way to do it would be to get sponsorships, but I don't make enough views for that unless I start producing actually good videos, and I don't know. This weekend I could definitely try to turn some out. I'm gonna check my stats on recent videos, because that would probably be the best thing to look at and see if I'm actually doing pretty well. But I'm not doing well enough, I don't think. I'm gonna go to my channel. View your channel. Fallout 4 stream 3 months ago is getting 104 views. What the heck? 64 views. I mean, if I were to get sponsorships for my streams, if I promoted videos, maybe that'd be a good idea. But that costs money too. I've done it before. It does generate a lot of views if you're smart, but I don't think it's worth it. Because then what you do is you set a high budget and then you put it in, and then you're like, oh, once I hit $50, I just cut it off. The Super Symmetry one got 7.9 thousand views. That's another thing, is that if I want to get more views, I need to be making special videos like that. That video was a one of a kind. There is no other Super Symmetry 100 days on my channel, because I don't play Super Symmetry anymore, really. So if I wanted to do that, I have a large repository of HBM streams, and I do have. What I don't have is the time to do that again. However, I could probably make more of those kind of videos. It's just, that was so much work. It took a week to make that. I'm not even sure. I'm sorry. I'm thinking right now. Right, I'm plotting. So I mean, yeah, I could try to do that and put in the sponsorship stuff for that. And I can't see. The thing is, I technically can get sponsorships. I just don't do that. And that's what I want to start doing in the future, is to try to get some sponsorships and things, because those give you more money than ads do. They also give you more money than memberships do. So if you're not selling memberships and you're not really caring about ads, which I guess with a video like that, I could completely not have ads in it. But of course, you want to have the most diversified portfolio. I'm going to go back to my channel to look at it. Manage videos. So if I look at my recent videos, they are making like 52 views on some of them. Light oil is a dumpster fire was my recent video. Oh, nope, never mind. 22 views on stealing orphan sources from January 8th. 52 views on that. And then this video hasn't even been scheduled yet. I have 140 views on Minecraft Nuclear Tech Mod from a couple days ago. All of my Minecraft Worlds has 105 views. Those are like the highest viewed videos right now. Videos aren't really my biggest, like those should be my biggest source of income. Like those should be my main goal. What happened? I can't find them anywhere. I want to, what is this? Who's this guy? What is this guy talking about? My weapons as there used to be in the old times, but they are nowhere to be found. What is your HBM version? HBM space fork. I'm cooling drums. Can cooling drums, oh my gosh. I need to be keeping up with these two. At least one side with water. Like, so ideally, what I want to do is just make more money. And I'm just looking at all of the ways I can do that. Because this doesn't produce me as much money as it could. But the thing is that I could definitely sell more than just this. Like, my channel's not necessarily gonna make me money, but it's what I can do with my channel that makes me money. You know what I mean? Like, it's, the idea is simple. Is that I could probably... You know what? That would actually be great, is if I were to do, like, a sponsorship for, like, one of those, like, Terabyte or Terasect hosting or some I don't even know, Tesseract or something like that. Some kind of, I don't even know what they're called. Bit hosting or something, like server companies. Really could do that, so I could start building my own server company. Ooh, fascinating. Also would probably do tech. Obviously, I need to sell more, make more. But that's I don't know that people like to hear that. Like, you want to make more money, but for me, it's my channel, so I'm trying to look at how I can make this into a more efficient beast. Because right now, it's just a hobby. But what I want to do is turn that into like a vessel for like me retiring sooner. Because then I could be like making videos every day, not doing anything else. That should be my goals. Looking to get that. Because if I am, like, yeah, my current job is paying me so much, but, like, if I want to retire, I need this to be paying me just as much. Double my income, double my revenue is my goal. So I want to do that. Then I can start looking to do more cool things with you all to, like, open up the community. And of course, with my server project that I want to do, like, that's probably also going to involve a lot of community effort, since that is kind of like, when I need a lot of help with projects and stuff, I usually just go to the members from my community, the people who I've met and stuff like that. Like, the only reason I know about what I'm gonna use for the specs for the server is because I asked somebody else who I've met through YouTube, who knows their stuff with that kind of thing. And I knew that they knew their stuff because they've built servers for us to play on in the past. So it's pretty open to, like, you meet a lot of people in this job. But honestly, if you wanted to do this, like, it's not that hard. You just have to... I don't even edit my videos. HBM mod provides you the perfect place where people don't really care if you edit your videos. You see, you just have to hit that audience, and the simple guide to starting out towards that goal is just to make videos. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna use a software to pretty much cut out dead space to keep it interesting, which that's if you want to edit it. I don't usually edit my HBM mod videos anymore because I'm not making shorts, which pull in more viewers than if you make anything else. That short form content is like the perfect way of pulling in the viewers. So I recommend that for, like, to do any YouTube stuff, is pull in those viewers on those short videos, because those will be perfect. That's how you build an audience, is shorts. That's where you start out. That's how I got to 4,000 viewers, 5,000 viewers. So do those. Then you start looking at, okay, well, how can I make some good content, like large content? What big projects I can do and stuff. I mean, like, once I was there, I was like, well, how can I get to bigger places? And I was like, well, I'm making money now, so I can actually put money towards promoting videos. And I was like, okay, well, what videos could I potentially promote? And then I was like, well, I have all these streams, so I'm just gonna edit these streams into one video, and then just resell the stream essentially. And that's really nice, because you do that with streams, and you will find the good parts of the stream, and you can make those into shorts too as you're going. So when you do a long form video like that, where you take multiple hours of footage and combine it together, you can be like, oh wow, this content here is gonna be good, because I can generate two forms of videos, ones that pull people in, which are gonna be those short form videos, and then the ones that are not necessarily to pull people in, but are to you know what I mean? Like, it's good. It's good. I think everybody knows what's going on with that. So, yeah, it's like a lot of the stuff I wanted to talk about. I don't know what I'm doing with all of this, because I have so much stuff that I haven't actually found enough of it to have 64, and I want to have 64 of pretty much everything in there. So I think I'll just start mining some uranium until I have enough. What else was I missing? Like copper or something? Zinc, aluminum and stuff. Well, I need to just kind of fill up all of these basically. And it looks like I need sulfur. Yeah, sulfur is something I need, or this stuff. What else can I talk about? I guess what my next plan should be is hitting this weekend. I need to hit HBM videos pretty hard, because yeah, we are producing HBM videos, but I need to just kind of, I think I'll need to start recycling the old streams into a long form video, so that way I can redevelop an audience for the streams. I think that will be really good, because obviously you make a video from their streams, you can then like be like, this video was made from literally streams, just literally say it in the video, and then be like, so if you want to tune in live, then you get an audience like that, and then you have whoever you brought in from shorts also hears that, and they're like, oh wow, this guy does streams. Then boom, next time you stream, you have like 10 more people. And that's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Because I'm actually gonna put in time to go through and edit the streams. That means I'm downloading like multiple gigabytes of streams at a time. Do that, but I need to crack down on that stuff so I can like actually get to where I am making more viewers, more money too, so I can sell those sponsorships. Is like, I actually need to do that. There's no way I can go without selling sponsorships, because we need to, if I want to build a gaming PC and a Monster Energy box, we'll need some sponsorships, because the community is not going to pay for me to do that. That's also a personal project, so I cannot have them do that. Because the money that I make from YouTube should just go towards YouTube and investing into this, so reinvests in itself. That way it pays out later on, and I can continue working on YouTube. That's the idea. The idea is YouTube, and then more YouTube, and then I don't have to do anything else. No other stupidness. That way, in 6 years, I can just retire, and then I have this. I can continue working on this professionally. And then, yeah, what do you all think of that? That's genius. That is genius. That should be my goal, right there, to do this professionally. Since I already could technically do that, it's just I don't. This is not my whole job. This is just part of my life. So that is plenty of resources in my pocket. Nice. Stone. What do I have that I have enough of that I could, like, technically say I'm on the way to the amount that I need for it? And maybe, this stuff can go in there? No, copper can. Copper can go in there. Iron can go in there. Uranium? Don't I have I thought I had uranium in there. Stone? Cool. Alright, so we'll just start another box over here. Now, of course, on this planet, I'm not sure how well this will work, but we're gonna go ahead and take my helmet off. I was thinking it'd be faster at killing me, so I was kind of concerned with that, but there we go. Did you all see the HBM battery changes? And I know that because the most recent HBM update changes the batteries, and we already looked at it and said we're probably not updating for that because you can't place the batteries yet. But I'm just wondering if anybody who wasn't or who isn't there for that. Oh, hey, you know what else I can do? Hold on. Speaking of that, we're just gonna go ahead and get that Discord link in there because that is another place to get people. Use copy button. Okay, I'll just copy that. Get people in the Discord is the goal as well. So anybody who's new can hop on. And then retune into the streams because it's easier to just find them that way. Then they get announcements every day. Until they mute it. But they won't. I bet. Wow, we got stuff going on. Okay. Put in some of these. Can I fit the zinc in there? Oh, hell yeah, I can fit zinc in there. Aluminum? Nope. Nope. Dang it. Oh, those can go in there too. Perfect. Slowly but surely, I will fill that box to the most highest capacity that it can be filled to. Did I just get hit by a stone? I heard my health bar go down. I'm getting away from that one. That one's gonna kill me. That one's very, very dangerous. Like, you get hit by one of those and it takes your health down to 60. That's what it just did to me. That is not good. 60% health. Actually, unless it's 100 health. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure how the HEV suit measures health, but I'm assuming it's in percentages. Cool. That's nice. It's all filling up. Oh, nice. Large cave. I bet I can still touch the geysers too. Now that I think about it. Does it have anything underneath it? Because that'd be my biggest concern. Does it have anything underneath it? I really hate those geysers because they all shoot out rocks that can kill you. Go to here. Nice. I wonder what today's gonna bring. Yesterday, I kind of was worried a little bit because it was showing the same thing that's happened before. Basically, it was like, man, today does not feel right. This literally happened before, but in a different place, and I was like, I know exactly what's about to happen, and I was just like, no, nope. I already know how it's gonna happen. I already know this plot line. I've seen it before. But essentially, it's like, I actually am not gonna talk about it because that's too personal and stuff. But anytime certain of those things happen in that order, it's like, why is this happening right now? Because this happened previously and was not good. Because I was actually freaking out yesterday. I was like, no. Because I thought that according to how it was going, it was gonna be one of those days where you stay up till 4 a.m. in the morning because somebody did some stupidness, and I thought that was gonna happen. I thought that was gonna happen yesterday. I was like, no. Please, no. Don't do that today. But thankfully, it was just God was trolling me yesterday. God was trolling me. The plot line didn't make enough sense. I mean, well, it actually literally was the exact same as that one day. And nobody's gonna understand, but I can't talk about it because if I talk about it, well, see, the plot line that one day was basically go stay up for a pretty much you go do a shift where you stay up for like 12 hours or 20. Actually, I think it was it was a 12-hour shift. Go do a shift where you stay up for 12 hours, and then after your shift, you get off and you go have your recovery. And so that's similar to what happened over the past 2 days, except, see, yesterday I got called in because they're doing 100% UA, but that was different. That's the only difference in the plot line. That's the only difference. But that's just unique to this place, is the whole, oh, hey, you have recovery, but hey, let's just call you in anyway. That's the plot line. Oh, hey, we want to self benefit ourselves. But at the same time, I can't criticize that because I don't know. I'm also self-centered. It's just human nature. But I was freaking out because no, I was like, no. Because then they said formation at the barracks, and I was like, that's gonna end up including me somehow, and I'm not gonna want to be a part of whatever nonsense that's going to be. That's gonna be me being up till 4 a.m. because of some stupid nonsense right there. I knew what that is in my mind because I'd seen that before. I already knew what was gonna happen. Already have seen that before, and I don't want to see that again. So like, let's not say those things without specifying what that's for, please. Please, God, please, no more of that. that was freaking me out. I was like, there's no way this is happening again. In a different, this is too coincidental. I can't even believe this place even exists now. What the heck what was this? Like, in my mind, I knew what it was. I've seen that. I've seen that plot line. I know exactly what happens next. See what happens? You form up downstairs, and then it's like, okay. What was it? Then they do their stuff. They're gonna make sure nobody's got anything, and then they come back later, and it's like, oh hey, well we found so and so was doing this thing, or we found this item that's not supposed to be there. So who was it? Who was it? Who owned this item, or something like that. And then it's gonna be like, all right, since nobody wants to say anything, we're just gonna stay here until we find out who it was. That plot line, I know that one. I know that one too well. It's like a movie almost. You can watch it in your mind. Absolutely terrifying. because then you're just gonna be sitting there for 4 hours, or more, endless hours, in the middle of the night. 4 hours past the end of the day. Gonna be, oh. But I don't know how they know that plot line. That doesn't make sense. See, they seem to know that plot line. It's like they read my mind, or something. I was like, huh? How does this plot? I genuinely am concerned. Is what I was thinking. Because it's that same thing. Again, that's not happened here before. How'd they come up with that? But then it wasn't that, which was lucky. I just can't think about like that because it's so the same. It doesn't. It was almost in my mind. It was the same thing. It was about to happen. It was about to be that thing that happened. And nobody knows because, well, anybody who knows me does not know exactly what I'm saying because you haven't been to that and you don't know what that's like. So, but that is absolutely not fun. It's diabolical. It's something that once you go, oh, what the heck? What does this mean? Why are we, like, you can't even ask what the, or maybe I could have asked, but I was like, well, in my mind, I already know what it is. I don't need to ask. I know exactly what's about to happen. It's time to figure out what to do, what I need to do to prepare myself. And I was like, I don't even care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm prepared or not. I'm just going to take it as I go. Because I knew it was going to happen. But if I didn't care if I prepared for it. I could have taken the steps to eliminate any potential downsides that could occur, but I don't care. It didn't matter because at that point, what was going to happen was going to happen. It's going to be set in stone. So I don't really care because it doesn't matter to me. Because I've already seen that before, seen that plot. I'm calling it a plot because it was like a movie. It was like a movie. And I can't do that again. They're not in this place. No. That was so dumb when that happened. It happened. It was dumb. It was so dumb. The thing is that all of that happened, and I was like, well, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be the worst case scenario, but then it played out to be like, oh, hang on, it's actually this thing that's never even happened before. But then the reason it was like that was because they didn't specify why. So like I didn't have any idea, and I had no clue what was going on or why they were doing something really unusual. And I knew that from prior experience it lined up with this thing that happened before. So then I just assumed it was instantly going to be that. And I was like, no, everything's aligning to where it's going to be this. This is the worst case scenario that can happen. I think I'm done with that. If that happens again, I know exactly what it is. I'm just done. No, just thrown in the bone. Nope, I surrender. Please stop. I surrender. No, it's not 4 a.m. Stop. Who sends me messages after I'm asleep? Whoever sends me messages after I'm asleep is going to pay. But not from the Discord. Just anybody from hell. So pay in dollars. Yes, dollars. More money. Money. Yes. It's the new goal. Produce infinite amounts of money to build stupid projects like a giant server so I can do stupider things with the server. Like, wait, that would actually be pretty interesting. I wonder if I could use it for DDoS, but that's also something you're not supposed to do. But, I mean, it'd be pretty interesting to test that out. I could DDoS myself on my own machines. Just DDoS my own machines. I'll DDoS my laptop. See what it does. No internet. You're getting too many packets. Nope. I mean, I gotta merge anything into this one that doesn't have enough. Cool, he's got enough of those now. Do we have any zinc in this one? Yes, we do. Zinc. Perfect. Yes, good. What is this? Niter? I think I have niter. Niter can go in there. What else do I have? Sulfur. Alright, check for sulfur. That's glowstone. I have 2 sulfur. 2 sulfur. Wonderful. What's next? After sulfur. After sulfur, I have... Calculating. Australium. Okay, I don't have enough of that. Do I have aluminum in there? Do I have enough aluminum? Yes, I do. Gold. Gold, obviously, I probably can just throw in that. Cool, and then the rest of this can go into here. Yep. And then do I have anything else? Nope, just that. Neat. So let me just take a total of how many stacks I've collected of rich mineral deposits. I have 4 stacks in this one, 4 stacks here, and then in that one I have 1 stack, almost, or yes, I have almost 2 more stacks. Okay, so that means I have 6 stacks total almost, which is really good, I guess, because we're on our way to the goal, but I could do more. You know, I just realized is that this espresso has more caffeine than an energy drink does. And now that makes me think to myself, what the heck? Because now I have like 300 milligrams of caffeine coursing through my veins. And I am jittering. This is absolutely the express of all time. But I'm not gonna specify what espresso it is. This is insane. Just what caffeine best fein. I found another one of the things. Best fein. Best friend. Well, let me go ahead and just put in a waypoint for this. It's right under the lava lake. So now I have red key dos.0. Look at this. I now have 2 red keys on the planet. So if we ever have red keys again, or can explore the other side, we should do that. For collector's items. Ooh, like Trenchmaster armor is a collector's item. Might as well be. Bringing back resources in a bit. Don't worry. Don't worry. I actually need to take the world's greatest shit, world's fastest shit right now. I'll see you all in a second. And I am back to continue mining. For forever. I feel like I don't need to mine anymore. I feel like I could probably just head back with what I have, and I think we're good. Of course. Then again, I don't know if I have enough. But I definitely could head back. So I'm gonna try to do that. Because I know that we have more than enough stacks of the stuff to make into crystals. The problem is, I wish I had a source of these just on Earth. Well, we'll head back and plan out station stuff next. So that way we can make our return trip from a station to save on resources. Because that was an expensive trip. Of course, yeah, you could send a rocket here. But I think for now on, we're going to other places using a station. To do so makes things quite a bit easier. I just need to figure out how to get up to there. But yeah, I think you could just launch a rocket to a station, land on the station, and then take out the chip from the rocket, and then swap it, so then you could go to other places as well. And there is lava above my head, so I need to actually watch out if I mine up anymore. I can't actually get out of here, I don't think. Unless this is that's not the way out. This is probably the way out. Oh, yes, this way. We'll just start heading this direction. Generally heading in this direction. I think up this way gets me out. Then we're gonna have to travel the surface. Cool. I don't know if you don't get them on tech though. Tecto would be nice to have though, for projects in the future and for a colony, like an actual full-scale Tecto colony. Not just saying, oh, hey, it's a colony when it's just a base, but you could definitely inhabit Tecto for resources. Also, like, there's so many planets we need to actually go to and do stuff with. So, like, but it's pretty cool, though, because we have a lot of, a good reason to go and explore. It's so nice. I like that. I think James 2H did a really good job designing planets and giving them all different resources, but making them all equally habitable at the same time. So that way, if you were to want to go to one, you could spend a lot of time on it and be like, oh, well, I'm going to build all of these machines. Alright, I need to get out of this hole. Need to escape from the planet. I hope there is not lava above my head. What's up? This stream we talked about a bunch of stuff earlier. So, I need to have some stone here. Boom, 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 boom. How's my favorite YouTuber? Oh, I'm doing good. Oh, he left the game? Are you on Luna or Moho? I'm on Moho. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I almost took damage there. Almost ran right into that death chunk. The death chunk. It's absolutely durable. Yeah. I talked about that earlier in the stream. I plan on building my own server hardware to host it too. So it's not just like I'm gonna get a server, but I'm gonna host my own hardware for that. What are you doing on Moho? Gathering crystals gathering math or this stuff. Rich minerals. Super wealthy resource. I'm also trying to get out of this planet because I just got finished with that. I've probably got enough crystals and materials that we can leave. I just have to find a hole I can get out of. But it will be PvP or PvE. I could host 2 different servers for that, actually. That's a good idea. I was just gonna host, like... But I think what I could do is host an HBM server for both of those, and then just do a supersymmetry server that's a collaborative thing. Maybe. Actually, no, not collaborative. It'd be just PvE. But everybody plays on the server, and then... it could be PvP. I think the supersymmetry nerds would like that. And then, like, obviously, those are my biggest audiences, are supersymmetry, HBM mod, and, yeah, HBM mod being the biggest. It's like the cornerstone of It's like my bread and butter, basically. It's like all of the videos I do are that lately. I have done some other ones. I was at 0 progress and we got griefed and made 0 progress. I was at one and got, oh, yeah. Well, one could be PvP, another could be PvE, but the idea would be not to necessarily make it public because I need to generate money. So like, I would probably make it so like it's members only, and then if you want priority queue, then you can get those too. But that's like if I actually get enough people on it. But currently the idea is to sell it for like members only is like the lowest tier, and then it's like $1, and then anybody who I know personally can get the highest tier of queue. So like I know people, so I know that I have friends basically, and I would give them priority queue for free, like long-term viewers, priority queue. But that's my idea. Would be if I do public ones, I need to make money off of it, so that way I can build more servers. Even if it's like 50 cents. Just wait. Later down the road, you'll have money of your own to spend. But no, don't do that. Like, don't. I'm just saying, like, I would never ask my parents to like buy a membership. Like, if you want to do it later down the road, do it with your money. You know what I mean? I don't need everybody's money, but I mean I would love to have money, you know. But obviously, what I'm looking at right now is getting sponsorships. Like what do I need to do for that, so then I can start that. And I've already planned out. So in 2026, I need to build up a larger audience too. So I'm gonna primarily focus on getting long-term HBM videos made from the streams. Oh, they don't want to use their cards? So it's like... Yeah, it's that's interesting. Oh my gosh, I'm back here. Red key 2.0, and I still don't know where the exit is. Well, someday you'll have a car of your own, so like, you know, just hang in there. Actually, what I think something I would like to talk about on the channel is like, I don't want to be like some kind of financial advisor, but like I kind of know a thing or two about that kind of stuff. Like, this is something I want to talk about on the channel or hit on at some point, is to like talk about financial advice for people. Not, this is just a side note, but like later down I should definitely do that, since like some of my own family members don't even have like plans for their retirement money. Like I wanted to like give advice about that, but I don't know. That's probably a liability, honestly. See, I like to help people, so like if I can do that, that's perfect, because, you know, making... By the way, weird question, but how do you get the drill to be like Vein Miner and Silk Touch? You hit Alt, and it opens tool abilities, which gives you Vein Miner and Silk Touch. I'm just trying to find my way out of this hole. Oh, maybe there's a way out on this side. Literally gonna be trapped in this hole for life. The life sentence. To the hole. Yes, this is the way out? Nope. Maybe it's up there? Nope. It never worked. Alright. So yeah, what I was looking at yesterday was my, like, I was like, well, where do I have my money at necessarily? And I put in $1,500 into my mutual funds and bonds and things. So it's like, cool. Yeah, I'll see you in 10 minutes. But I put in, so I put in money into bonds and mutual funds and things like a couple months ago. And I've gone from 1,500 to 1,600 in a couple months, which is not bad. Because that means it's $100 in a couple months. And I didn't even do anything. I didn't even look at that. So I was kind of worried it was like, has it gone down? But with those people, it's a manager, portfolio manager for like those things. You can also get portfolios too. Those are also good. But I put money into gold, which was actually a genius idea, because gold, like I only like own like, I don't even know if I own a share of it, or no, I own like 2 shares of the portfolio for gold. But yeah. So like that was when I looked at it, I was like, oh wow, it's actually gone up by $100. That's better than saving. Like, yeah, you can save money, but you can also just put money into gold and stuff. Like, you know, if you invest in those things, gold is becoming a super valuable cornerstone of economy, because a lot of countries are starting to trade in just gold only, not even using money. So like it's important to look at that, honestly. But that's what I did, and I was like, wow, this is nice. But that's not the only thing I have money in. Like I have money in other stuff too. It's kind of like a long-term investment basically. So the guy who runs those portfolios or mutual funds, basically the money you put in there, you just give him that money, and then he's just, oh hey, well I have money now, I can do this, I can do these things. And a bunch of other people are putting money into those shares too. So like, but the guy who's managing the fund or whatever is pretty much like doing all the work for you. So then that's what I did, was I just had money in all of those things, and I was like, oh, I have gone up $100 in the past 6 months. Nice. So I'm gonna start allocating $200 bi-weekly for that, because that's the amount I need to technically save up to make what is it, 50,000 in by 2036. But I'm not trying to make 50,000 by 2036. I'm trying to make 50,000 now. So I'm gonna put $200 into my investments technically, and do that, and then I'll be able to pull out money for stupid projects as well. So that's another aspect of how I'm planning to do more stupid projects in the future. Like, the server project is going to happen. It's just a matter of me getting money to do that. And then also, it allows me to think about, oh, hey, in 2036, or no, in 2030, I can actually think, oh, I can actually retire by 2030, which would be my goal. So then I don't have to, I can just go back to making videos and make it into a full-time thing, be like, nice, making videos. Instead of what I'm doing right now, which sucks. but an adventure that is worth it, you know. I'd highly recommend an adventure to anybody, and if you can get the opportunity to adventure, even if it sucks, it's always worthwhile. So I just need to find a way out of here. Looks like these are not the ways out. Maybe over here I have a way out? We'll find out. But yeah, that made me really happy yesterday. And I was like, okay. Said something I need to do is make sure that people know that, so that way they can be like, well, I can also do the same thing. Like, that's the idea. Is make sure that people know that they're not just like stuck necessarily. A lot of people think that they're stuck, but in reality, you are your own limitations. And like, so when you say you're stuck, it's just you are holding yourself back. I know people in my family who are like that, where they say, oh wow, I am like, basically like I'm stuck, you know, but really they're usually their own limitations. So like I was like, well, I gotta help out some people today. You gotta do that. So I was talking to some of my family about it, and I was like, do you know about this? Do you have a plan? So like my siblings, I was like talking to my older sister, and I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, it's not really something I can necessarily, I don't know, but my younger sister seems to be okay with that idea of investing in stuff for retirement, or like planning for that, which is good. That's what you should be doing at a young age, is thinking about retiring. The sooner you can retire, the better. So like, have a plan for that, because most people work till they are 60 in the United States. And if you plan on retiring, you should have a plan in place to make that possible. I think that's an important thing, and I want to kind of give that message to my audience as well, to make sure that you have some kind of a plan to retire. Like, obviously I have more than just my investments, but that is because I have a diverse portfolio, in my opinion, of different options. Like, my investments aren't for retiring, they're for my long-term, short-term goals, like my mid-term goals, like my goals that I want to achieve in the middle of all of the stuff I'm also doing. And then I have my actual retirement, which is going to be long-term, and then I have other goals too. So like, instead of putting money into your savings, you should have like probably 3,000 in your savings, and then I have 20,000 in my savings right now, which is ridiculous. But I'm planning to start moving that over to funds and stuff. Well, not all of it, but you should keep some in savings. That way you have something to play with if something goes wrong, or if you want to get something nice. That's another thing, is that if you see something you want, I mean, that's what your money's for. You should be able to get that, you know? It's kind of something important as well. But it's important for me to make sure that everybody that I know is doing well in some way, by providing advice and knowledge that I have from myself. Like my own experience. I have experience that I can share, so I can make sure that like even my audience knows that, well then, hey, there is ways to do these things and to be more successful, to be better off. And so I want to better people, especially my audience. If I don't do that, like, it's kind of, for me, it's kind of a loss, because I have the capability to spread a lot of knowledge very far. So especially when it comes to finances, since that is going to be kind of like the cornerstone of
my focus for the next couple weeks is figuring out what I'm gonna need to be doing better at financially, especially considering I need to file taxes soon too. I need to do that. Because I might not be here to file them in a couple weeks. That's something that I was already thinking about back in January, was taxes. I was like, God dang it, gotta file taxes again this year. But it wasn't hard last year, so that's not really that bad. I obviously don't do the numbers myself. I just go to like TurboTax. See, in high school they were like, all right, you have to be able to do all the numbers yourself. And then I messed up every single number because I don't know how to do math. I screwed up all the numbers. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And then I also forgot how to do it. So even if I wanted to do it, I don't remember. But that's you know, I have friends who could technically do that because I've met a lot of people. So like I know people who have been accountants before. Specifically, one person who was an accountant. I think this is the way. This is not the way out, is it? We've already seen this. This is not the way out. Come on, man. Where's the way out of here? How do I escape this cave? Because I don't see a way. Oh, maybe it's up there. Hang on. This might be it. This might be a certified hood moment. Like up here. Is that it? Oh, no, that's just gonna take me to the lava. One of these is the way out, and I'm just not finding it. Not tracking how I got in this cave right here. But yeah, for like all my investing and stuff, I just use Fidelity Investing and then put money into whatever funds and things I think are gonna do good for a long period of time. Just let them sit there and pile up. So I've already made 100 there. I also had tried day trading, which is, I don't recommend that actually. I'd prefer not to do that because A, it takes a lot of time. So if I don't have a lot of time, which a lot of people don't have a lot of time, and B, I just don't recommend day trading. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. I mean, yeah, you could totally day trade, but that's your choice. I'm not gonna do that. That doesn't make sense for me, at least, because I don't got time for that. What I do have time for is long-term investing, just piling my money into stuff that I don't even really know how to actually invest for myself. So I just put it into mutual funds where somebody else does all the work. Of course, also bonds and portfolios and stuff. Because bonds, that is the government doing the work. And then portfolios, also somebody else doing the stuff. It's just a portfolio is a collection, and a mutual fund is somebody else is doing the fund for you or trading for you. But what I want to get is like a guy who just does that for me, so I can automate that process of making more money. Just pay somebody else to do my investing. Then that guy can do all the other stuff too. Like, yeah, you can only watch like one stock at a time and all that. But I suck at that, and you know, I'd probably hire somebody to do that for me, honestly. I know a guy who does day trading after work, so I probably could hire that guy to do it, or find somebody else. I think he's too busy with helping somebody else with that kind of stuff. But I need to make more money. It's just like my real big focus right now is my financial stuff. Because that server project is a big project. Obviously, I can look into sponsorships and getting money from that. That will be good to do, since that's the most money I can generate is sponsorships. It's literally going to be easy for me to do. I just need to get this weekend. I need to make that HBM video happen, so that means my streams probably have to be shorter than usual. And then I need to figure out all of that. I spent 5 billion days in HBM mod. Like, we've probably actually spent 5 billion days in HBM mod. My playtime in this world is 11.5 hours. How much do I actually have? I'm kind of curious. Statistics: 10.85 hours, and then like huge amounts of kilometers walked. 1,000 kilometers walked. We're going back to Earth today. I am excited. I have not been back to Earth in such a long time. It's been like 5 streams since I was on Earth. Well, probably like 10, 20 something streams. 11, yeah, it's like 11.5 days. But then it's like, how long has it really been in the Minecraft days? And that's over the course of since August, right? Like, how long have I been playing this world? Since August, quite literally. I need to get more of this molazite. What is that? Sulfur-rich basalt? Disgusting. Disgusting. This is what I'm after. Molazite. Molazite. The green stuff. Please, more molazite. It can only be found on the Hell planet. The cave right here. Planet Hell. Jittery. Jitter mode. See, I honestly, 781 days? Holy shit. Well, we do have a repository of days now. Honestly, something that's probably interesting about my audience is I'm guessing a lot of my audience is younger people now that I've because I'm figuring that's the case, which means that, yeah, obviously I need to, that's kind of an issue if it is. Like, obviously I'm not swearing anymore, which is absolutely perfect. I've stopped swearing, so that's good. Well, to as much as possible. How do I insert the next drive? Do I just click it? I forgot how to do this. Ah, nice. Jump to launch. Send me back to the moon, please. And thank you. And we'll just watch the trip for everybody who wants to see this beautiful, beautiful moon landing go into effect. I hope I have enough fuel, guys, because this is a absolute hellish journey if I don't. I bet the new Space Fork update probably has more of these cool little animation things. Get me there faster, please. This is a long journey. I'm heading towards Earth right now. It's getting bigger. So I should do 100-day segments since I have 700 days of videos. Oh, hey, there's Minmus. And we're about to take the turn towards the planet. Because now we're hitting our moon target. I could have just gone straight back to Earth. However, we're landing on the moon first. We're landing on the roof of our base. Then all I have to do is get the drive out of this thing. Oh. That means I have to break it. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I need that moon piece. Cool. Then I can leave both of these here for the future space missions to Moho, if we so desire, to launch them from the moon. Or if we go to Minmus later on from the moon, that'd be a pretty good idea to set up a Minmus base, because I mean, obviously it's got lower gravity, so the cost to go to Moho is cheaper from there. Like, that's the best planet to shoot from. If we're gonna be shooting from a planet towards other planets, like, let's just shoot from that one. That one's gonna be the best one to cannon our way to other planets. What do I have in this box? Oh yeah, this is all stuff I'm bringing back to Earth, I think. Alright, so we're heading back to Earth now, guys. So we just show up at the base to drop off our last few items. We're gonna head to past Walmart to go to our next shuttle to Earth, which should be the shortest trip of all time. Grab this thing. We're gonna need to clean this up and tear this down at some point. Yes, the photo of this exists, so the Walmart Supercenter is still real, but I'm gonna make sure that that didn't break anything. It looks like it didn't. That's good, because we definitely don't want one drill mining the other. Now, I can't wait to see how things are going right now on Earth, because I haven't been there, so when I get back, I'm gonna check out the bedrock ore processing that you've set up, see what that looks like, and we'll go from there. Because I'm kind of wondering how much resources we got from all the moon rocks. That's my main focus. Kind of, while I was here, was getting those back to Earth so we could process them. A second launch. Oh, wait. I need an Earth drive. Shit. Ah. Still a mess of all time. Alright. I'm gonna check it out. Been very distracted with Fusion. That's okay. I mean, it does work though, right? Like, it's a good setup, right? Like, as far as it works and it does what we need it to do, it does that, right? It's like the main thing I need to focus for. Yeah, it's functional, it just needs some oversight. Where's my moon stuff? My get off the moon, get out of moon free card. Ah, here we go. Earth drive. Is there anything else I need to bring back with me, or am I good to go? These could all stay here. We don't need that. Because I've already got like 10,000 kilograms of metal in my pocket. That's funny to say. Goodbye, moon. It was great to stay on the moon for a couple weeks. But today is the day we head back to Earth. Because Earth has got what we're looking for on it. I'm excited to get back. And then I could start building a line for these materials on Earth, so that way we can deal with those. The moon just kind of feels like a weird planet, honestly. It feels like really weird. Alright, we're going back. Wait, what? Earth. Do 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 do. Oh, well, there goes the bottom piece of the lander. Oh, wow, we're going fast. This is a very fast screen right here. Wait a second. I was like, am I stuck? Am I stuck? Holy shit, that would be bad. Oh, I can see you from here. Wow. This is the landing of all time. Wow, this is actually a pretty neat view. I like this. Whoa, we're gonna take a picture of that. I'm gonna grab this. Very expensive. I am not used to the gravity. I'm like, why am I not flying through the sky right now? What is this? You know we already have another portal, but... Oh, maybe you moved it? Wait, did you redo the... You redid all the walls with the... new bricks? The floor is actually looking pretty good, too. That's nice. That's nice. I actually don't mind. Oh, you don't know what Dosto was doing? We got trolled by Dosto. He made it into the vanilla world. Yeah, well, that's cool. Thank you, Dosto, for redesigning the base with these. I actually like that you finished the floor. That's pretty good, Dosto. I know if you watch this later on, this is... I mean, you could have changed the concrete at least, but... It's not bad that you fixed the hole in the wall here, too. This is good, too. I think that's what he was doing. He was just fixing the wall and stuff and couldn't create the bricks, so he had to do that. I mean, it doesn't look bad compared to what it used to look like. It's just kind of weird seeing it with bright bricks now. How much stuff? Oh my god. I haven't been here in a while, and now the stuff in that thing is... Holy crap, it's radioactive too. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Gotta place in a new crate. Let's replace it. Holy crap. Have you seen how many resources we have at the... Space Center? This is ridiculous. I can't even touch them. The second I touch them, it's ridiculous. It's just killing me. Like, we have three crates of resources here, and then we have a box that's literally full of stacks of these. I mean, that's good. That one I knew about. This just needs water to work, so that's good too. What about the combinator funnel? What is this doing? Holy crap, I needed to set that up. I guess I didn't. Because that needs a conveyor that takes it out. I don't have that right now, do I? Don't have any conveyors on me. But yeah, we are producing lots of lithium. Nope. The resources for that are probably in these somewhere. Right there. Perfect. And I only need an output, don't I? Alright, we're gonna go set this up now. Cool, we're gonna do that. Do that. We're gonna put a conveyor that goes down to here and just shoots it in there. Perfect. Yes. That's not what it's supposed to do. Okay, hold on 1 second. That ain't what it's supposed to do, because that means it's not doing what it's supposed to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn that off. Turn that off. Gonna mind that, because that's not doing what it's supposed to. And of course, hello back. How are you doing? We're gonna just so you have to use an actual hopper for the combinator funnel to work properly. That's something that I learned in one of my other worlds. But yeah, combinator funnel needs a hopper. I guess I just do this, and then what I will do is switch my tool over to here. There we go. Wait. Oh yeah, we also do have a single fluorite currently. That's good. Reminder of what the heli and truck mod are called, please. The MC heli. Are those solar panels? Yes. How much resources are we? So this thing is gonna fill up with a bunch of lithium and stuff. So we technically could siphon off lithium production to some kind of a radiator. Start running tritium from the lithium production. That's probably gonna change. So what's going on with the Watts reactor? Watts reactors probably produce some supplies. Okay, 38,000 lead and 38,000 iron. Holy nice. What am I working on? I've just gotten back, so I need to start doing checks on what's going on with like a lot of the automated stuff to make sure that we don't have a bunch of stuff overflowing. Which we probably do have some stuff overflowing. Let's check out the oil setup. I think I heard it running. Which I'm used to oil setups that run constantly, and this is not one of those. Okay, so since I have all these steel crates on me, we're gonna set up the outputs for these. Ah, dang it! You can't do that unless you have unless you use hoppers. Okay, well I'm just gonna take this on my own, put it in there. Do we have a rubber one? We have one for rubber, don't we? All the way here. You have a cool world, man. Even gonna give us a download. I want to see inspirations. Eventually, I can do that. Like with this world, I don't know when I plan to do that. Usually, that's after I have a world that's like really old and I don't want to do anything with it. Then obviously, like you can just hop in this world. Like as long as you have right stuff, right mods, and everything. You can hop on this world. It's not that hard. There's that. I mean, eventually I will release it. It's just, it's not happening anytime soon, probably. since I'm not really finished with it and I'm still playing it. I usually don't do it until I'm done playing it. Until I'm done with the world. What's going on here? Let's see what's in this setup. Because this converts my uranium into other products. If we have extra products in here. Also, what are those long pipes? I never figured out how to use them. They're called pipe anchors, and the way you use pipe anchors is you use a mechanic wrench on them to do that. One processing not done yet. Oh, okay, cool. I'm guessing it's over here. What is this? Oh, this is the solvent or liquid hydrogen piping. Cool. It's good to see. And then I'm guessing, okay, so that's moon processing up there. I mean, like, if you wanted, you could definitely just tear this thing down. We don't really need to have this set up here. Because all it does is just sit here. It's not like I can actually run this thing constantly. But, like, if we could use this for moon processing, we could do that. Or if we could get this to run constantly, we should definitely do that. Alright. So now we've gotten a nice look around of everything that I have done and reoriented ourselves with the newest stuff. First order of business is making a parking lot right here because that was the original idea. Not having a giant portal here. I really don't even need the portal. What does this even get me? It gets me nothing. What are these? Just random stuff boxes. Okay. And boom. Wait, I didn't know you could do that in 1.7.10. I didn't know you could set up portals like that. That's weird. Okay. What if I can do anything with moho stone? Does it have any usages? Besides that? Wait, what is that? We're all light stone. Ah, that's useless. Wait, no. Pretty much useless. Alright, for all intensive purposes, it is pretty much... Oh my gosh, we need these for next time we go to space, so... Because you know what I could do with these in space? Quite literally have opened all of those red keys we found. Because there was a ton of them. So I'm gonna drop off my moho supplies. If we see Dosto anytime in the future, it'd be good to see him. So we can have him do some stuff with us. Because I forgot he's... Well, he hasn't been on in a while. But I have all of this rich mineral deposits, which we're going to need to process them. For the natural gas, I'm just going to hold on to that. Then the zinc, I can just shred it, is usually what I do. We might run into crystals. Glowstone ore doesn't even have a recipe for what it's used in. Actually, I wonder if I gives me recipes for these. Ho. What are rich minerals for? Well, I'm glad you asked because we're about to look at that. So, these can be made into mineral crystals, which are super duper valuable. Also mineral slurry, but that's really not that useful. Really, these are for these. Because now you can be like, oh, well, I want this. Pretty neat. And so, with that, I need to just build a bunch of centrifuges and stuff to turn these into those things. So I'm going to go over to my assembly machine and figure out what I need for that. It's just, I need one centrifuge to make it happen, and then, or one to make it happen, and then a bunch of other ones so we can build other places for it to go. So that way, it's not that hard, and yeah. And it's 5. I don't need to do anything this morning to get ready. I don't think. What I need to do is check what I need to do. But I suppose we'll probably get started with this stuff next episode because I have to figure out some stuff. I'm not going to end the stream yet, but we're going to take a look at what this can get you. So first, you do hydrogen peroxide. Second, you can then either, you can do this, centrifuge, or acidize with, okay, well that's not what we're going to do. We're going to centrifuge it for mineral dust, which then you add more stuff to it to get it to the other things. Hydrochloric acid for chloritic minerals, nitric acid for nitride minerals, and solvent for solvent minerals and sulfuric minerals. So what does this even mean? Okay, so if we have the solvent minerals are going to give us cobalt powder, gallium powder, purified tantalite, and cobalt. Or, well, yeah, all of this stuff. This is all good because this stuff is really good. So I might do solvent. And the other one I was looking at, I think, was, I don't know, I've never seen chlorate before. We'll take a look at it. Strontium is obviously one we want to do because this one gets you bismuth, asbestos, and some cobalt-60, but that's not. Right now we can't do that. You need strontium acid. It needs ionized particles, so that means we need a fusion reactor. But we will probably do that for bismuth. I mean, I don't know. Do we really need bismuth that badly? And yeah, I don't think we need that much bismuth really. Yeah, so we probably don't need that. But this can also be used. We could do peroxide, sulfuric. Really, those don't give you much good stuff compared to, like, I think nitride, which gives you gallium for the main part and some lanthanum. Then if we look at the other one is, let's just look at all of them. So we've looked at nitride, solvent, and strontium. We don't really want strontium. We look at nitride, it's okay. RBMK thorium rods would be a way faster way of getting bismuth. No. We already have bismuth. Just we need to process our moon stuff. Hydrogen peroxide. We have this one. Not sure if you want to get into the whole RBMK realm though. We could do that, but that's going to be a side project for after I finish this. I think we'll start looking at RBMKs after this. Because I think we could do some good stuff with RBMKs. Honestly, we could make some good power generators that way. Also, yeah. So I might start looking into that to make videos on it. Just to make videos on it, really. I don't need an RBMK. I have power generation, so we're probably pretty good. Sulfuric gives you beryllium and a little bit of gallium. But the one that gives you the most is the other one. Got any RBMKs I can use? Not yet. There's some old ones from back in the day in my Discord server, which I did post a link to it today, so. But you don't need an RBMK because you can do it with a. How did you obtain bismuth? Well, the first way we obtained bismuth was by building the Watts reactor, which we've had this before we had bismuth. And then the Watts reactor exists. Mainly, I was just running the production of arsenic. So that was like the big thing was arsenic back in the day. Nitritic, we looked at chloritic, right? Those give you the most gallium. Peroxide, like this doesn't really do that much for us. Oh, but if you get cleaned mineral, ooh. There's just not much you can get out of these. There was one that gave you tantalum, but I don't think I see the high performance solvent one. This one really gets you the tantalum, and that's the main goal for me is tantalum. Because if I can get this, this is still valid as of today, January 9th, 2026. It is still valid on our save to get tantalum and build the other thing. So wait, how did you get bismuth again? How do you get it with moon bedrock, and what's a Watts reactor? So the Watts reactor is probably your best way of getting bismuth. The Watts reactor takes lead and turns it to bismuth. If we see the recipe for this, goes through the Watts reactor, gets depleted, and then you have 12 bismuth. This is a lot, okay? You also can take plutonium and right through here. A lot of this will produce bismuth. Terbium produces tantalum and selenium. That's all things I need. Okay, I need that tantalum and I need that selenium. I need that. Well, I don't need the selenium. It's kind of useless, but this thing is pretty good. It's a multi-block reactor. That means just like the fusion reactor, which now shares the same color palette, you build this in multiple blocks, and it's kind of complicated. It has a core component, and yeah. But that's how that works. Okay, so you build that, and then it's just a passive energy and resource generation machine. See, it doesn't just generate those resources through decay and stuff. It produces actual lead and iron for you if you so desire. Or if you need Watts mud, it can do that too. Or, well, CMB steel. CMD steel? Or combine steel, or whatever it is called. Now, the other methods involve other reactors, but by far, Watts is the best reactor to use. That is where most of our energy currently is made. Is Watts expensive? Yes. To actually make it before we had the Watts reactor itself, we didn't even have the power generation you need for it. See, to actually do it, you need to have power generation that can weld technetium steel, and we did not have that until after the Watts reactor. So, to make it, we what was it? We built a massive power bank over here. Or, well, we already had a massive power bank, but we just added to it until it was able to supply us with the power we need. So we basically waited until the PWR would have charged the power bank after we expended the whole thing, and then we would do it one at a time, basically. So we did, how many plates was it? It was a lot of plates. And by we, I mean heated it. One at a time. Like, insanity right there. Somebody give that man an award. Or, give them an award. They did some crazy stuff right there. What did I just see? Lapis dust, I guess. Holy shit. 1 million HE per tick. 16? Okay. Yeah. Well, that's not a lot. If it's 16 times, it just took... I mean, it still took a while, but it wasn't that bad. But it's the other stuff that we had to do, right? Like, So wait, what about the bedrock ore from Earth? It's not from Earth, it's from the moon. So, from the moon, we import tons of resources. Stuff like that. This is like... What I've imported from the moon is wood, apparently. And then also raw bedrock ore, which you'll notice that it's exceeding the maximum amount because of the drill bits having fortune on them. So whenever, like, I actually probably should have hooked up the bedrock drills before, but moon bedrock is great because eight heavy metal fragments equals 64 ingots of stuff or bismuth. I don't know, or 64 ingots of bismuth. Oh, 8 heavy metal fragments equals, holy crap. So yeah, we have a lot of bismuth now. Because each of these is probably more than enough. However, see, I kind of should be done for today because I gotta go to work. So hopefully today gets done really easily. That isn't that bad. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. What is the rocket called? It's called the rocket launch pad. I don't actually remember. Wait, so how do you Okay, everybody's asking. I have to say what it's called. It's the rocket transporter pad, which will allow you to send from one planet to another. So I'm gonna thank you all for watching. Going to see you all in the next one, and yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be able to answer every question before I have to go because I have to go, like, right now. So I'll see you all in the next one.